now. Okay. Remember I told you we left quickly, bro, you burn the ships, all that. Because I am the kind of brother that's about going to get it. You understand me? Going to get it. I'm not 25 and got time to waste, and I don't have that. I got 2 babies. Babies. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys some pictures of them. I got kids. Okay, I'm wondering if you're picking me up. It's a little higher. I want to make sure you hear me. Let's check this out. So I want everybody to know I decided to do a video showing my workout because I'm Babu, but also no, just Babu means I'm an older guy, senior citizen. I think generally that's what it means, but this will help me because I want to get my body toned. I've been stress eating because, like I said, coming here it's a lot of courage. So, but I'm here. So, okay. So I'm just looking to see if this works. So let me check this out. These are the weights that I'm lifting. They're 15 kilograms. 15 kilograms, I'm going to look that up. But I think it's about 30 pounds. And this is the workout that I'm doing. So I'm going to do it and videotape it and see if you can see it. So let me see. All right. Okay. I'm using a makeshift workbench because I haven't found one yet. They charge too much for it, and I don't want to pay that. So I'm looking for another one. I may even have one built. But for now, let's see how this looks on the video. Hold on one second. All right. By the way, I'm 55. I'll be 56 soon. I used to work out with 60-pound dumbbells. This same workout that you're seeing me do now, I used to do just in America back in December of 2020. So in 2020, I was doing the same workout that you see right now with 60-pound dumbbells. But at 55, and here they don't, I haven't found, 55 first, at 55, I thought it better that I come down. I come down in the weight. I don't have to bulk up. Now I'm not trying to do that, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to stay fit. So coming down in the weight of the dumbbells still allows me to stay fit. Now as I've been saying, I've been overeating, stress eating. Because coming here and having to survive is very stressful. So anyway, I'm going to slim that down, get back to, I don't really eat a lot of meat. In fact, I don't even buy meat and have it in the house. So I'm just basically what they would call like a vegan, what people say vegan or vegetarian or whatever. I'm not really big on the terms, and I'll tell you more about that. The W's, they have these terms, and then every now and then they got these fancy terms, and they make everything sound real. No, I just don't really eat meat. Okay, I eat basically food that is that grows. I don't eat a lot of processed, so processed food in a box or can or something that's manufactured, created. What I try to eat mostly, and I probably do this for 95% of my diet is, rice, beans, vegetables, tomatoes, onions, things that grow, grapes, bananas, things that grow from trees, come out of the ground, that I know is a real food item without much tampering from people. So anyway, let me kind of get this going. I'm really looking to see how this fits in here. And I'm going to get workout clothes. I don't have workout clothes because I never really use them. I'm just kind of minimalist type person. I just get what I need. But I am going to get some workout clothes, and I'm going to go around and look and see if I can find some, as long as they're not too expensive. But so let me show you. Let's see if this fits in the camera okay for now. All right. So let's see how that works out.
You know, most of my...
Okay.
Oh.
All right, I'm back. All right, just got the camera adjusted, put a new battery in. So let me start out the way I like to do it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, brothers and sisters all over the world. Whatever time of the day this message finds you, all over the world. And yes, I am talking to each and every one of you, all over the world. Habari, brothers and sisters. The name of this channel is The African Times, and I'm Thomas. Okay, as you know, I'm in Africa, so I'm working out left. I'm going to give you guys a video of me working out, mostly for the men, better than women, but also just kind of let you guys see what my life is like here in Tanzania, Africa. I try to get a workout in before I leave the house to go do work. Try to do that every day. And trying to do it every day, it usually works out to where I'm getting in, say, usually about a minimum of 3 times a week, and then, but usually it might be about 4 to 5 times a week. Because, you know, I'm Babu. And for those of you who aren't familiar with that term, I'm Babu. I'm an older guy. I'm a senior citizen. Babu means, I guess, kind of like senior or older person in Swahili. So, but I'm an older guy. I'm 55. So, I'm trying to stay fit. And so you may recall I just did a little video showing you how I was setting up, getting ready to do this, and I explained to you my diet and what I eat and everything. But I'm trying to stay fit. So, let's get to the workout and see. All right, let's get this going. All right. All right. Now, I don't know if you guys are counting, but that's, I do 21 reps. I usually try to do 22 just to make sure I got the 21. Yeah, and that, you know, the first one, if it wasn't done real well, I can do the other one. The 22nd, make sure that I got 21 good ones. The other thing is, you know, I just want to remind you there, 15 kilograms, I'm going to have to look that up because I don't remember what it was. Like I said, 15 kilograms might be 30, 35 pounds. It's a good workout. Try to do it quick because I want to get out of here, so I don't want to stretch it out too long. All right. All right, that's pretty cool. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit to you about how the working out, how it relates to my view on being alive, okay? Like I told you, I'm 55, and if you recall from the intro of many of my videos, I'm 55, I got 2 children. Young children. So my life is over. It's over. It's been over for, I don't know, 6 years, 5 years, going on 6. Now, what does that mean? 1 second, I'm explaining it to you. Hold on. Yeah, I'm starting to get that burn. You know that burn in the muscle? When you kind of push them? That burn is something else. But it's good. And by the way, let me just say, I don't claim to be some kind of workout expert. Not that. Just a regular brother. Grew up in the States, America. Been playing organized sports since I was about 6. And so football was my main thing. I loved it. Basketball, loved it. Some people said I was better at basketball than football, but you know, I loved both. I loved any kind of athletics. I even ran track and all of that. So I just repeat what I've been doing since I was 6 years old and just do it. So, you know, any experts out there, good for you. My point is, like I was telling you, I'm 55, I got these little babies. 5 years old, 4, and you know, my daughter will be 6 coming up. My son just turned 4, so I have to stay alive for a little while to take care of them. So the fitness is important. What I was saying is that my life is over. As an individual, that's over. It ended many years ago, first when I got married. When I married my wife, it was over. Thomas, that ended. Then it was Thomas and the wife. That was a new life. The independent life of Thomas is still there, but it's in the context now of a wife and family. Like I said, with the wife, before we had the children, it was the wife. I lived my life for me and my wife. Had to stay alive, stay healthy to make sure that I was here for my wife. Now that I have children, gotta stay healthy and live for these children. They're young. For me, I know that. Hold on, let me get this done real quick. Hold on. Was that 2 sets or 3? Do you remember? Sometimes, maybe it's my Bible. See, I'm not sure. I think that was 3. Yeah, I think that was 3, but when I forget, I just do it extra. In case it was only 2 reps. Oh yeah. Oh, that burn. Nah. Okay. So what I was saying is that about my kids being 6 and basically 5 and 4, for me, I know, for me to feel secure that if I were to die, my children would be okay, they need to be about, for me to feel good, like, okay, they're okay. I know they're going to be okay because I can see it. I know it. I watched their lives. They need to be about 35. Okay, 35. Which that'll make my son, he's younger, 34, but roughly 35. So that means I got to live 30 years, 30 more good years. And I don't mean 30 years where, okay, I'm sickly, they're taking care of me and I'm struggling. Not that that's bad. I love everybody. I want you to know that. I'm not saying this in a way to say that if someone has that situation, that's bad. No, I wish them the best. the health, and even so that you know, the society, us, not them, us, these concerns for our elderly and their ability to take care of themselves is a responsibility of us, the younger ones, to provide, not just as individuals trying to struggle with your grandmother or your mother, you trying to struggle by yourself to take care of them. No, collectively we're supposed to come together and organize ourselves in such a way that we have institutions and systems that are operating and functioning in a capacity capable of taking care of our elderly, to assist those of us who have elderly that need help. We're supposed to have that system in place. So when you hear me talk about me and being healthy and ready to take care of my children, that's like a microeconomic approach to me and my individual family. As an individual, the macro approach, macro meaning large-scale organized systems of institutions and structures put in place so that we have us for our society, those institutions and facilities and structures to provide that type of care for our elderly people and our senior citizens. So don't think again that I have some problem with people who are struggling with that. No, I want to help them. That's why I'm trying to get a company that United Africans, that grows in such a way that it's operated not strictly for profit, for my own profit. No. So that it grows in such a way that we have hundreds of thousands of employees. And then that revenue generated from that kind of economic activity can be dispersed into all the areas of people activity that would assist what? Our elderly, to provide living for them at low cost, low rate. Not profit driven, but just enough to take care of the society. Not to enrich myself and now I'm running around, I got all this money and everybody else is poor and struggling. There are enough people following that capitalistic view of how to run a business. Business ain't personal. It's all personal. See, if you run your business and you fire someone, don't you realize you've affected them personally? Their personal relationship with their family, their children, is personal. So don't be confused by the W's and all of their cute little language that benefits them and harms you. All right, hold on. Let me get back to this. I know now that was 3 or maybe 4 reps of this. So now it's time to do the other part. So hold on. Okay, all right, so now you understand what I'm saying about the group and my responsibility to the group, not just me as the individual. And this is kind of a consciousness issue, to use a term that describes your mentality, your way of looking at things, your way of thinking about things, your way of perceiving things. That's all consciousness really means to a certain extent. So I have an African consciousness, a commitment to looking at everything in life, in every area of people activity that deals with, is it beneficial to us as African people? Period. Okay, and let me clear something up. We have a lot of miscommunication out here about African, black. Are you from here? Are you from there? Well, did you come from here? Let me tell you something. Understand me, please, clearly. And I'm going to show it because I'm going to prove it to you. I don't care what part of the world you're in. If you look like me, we're the same. You understand me? We're the same. Now I'm going to show you later in some other videos. So I don't do the division. No, I don't do that. Hold on. Okay, that was the second set, just so I remember. But what I'm saying is I don't do the division. I don't do that. See, if I put on some clothes and I line up 20, 25 people, 20, 25 men, they look like me, but I took them from each other part of the world and I put them in front of you and I said, okay, which one of these people is from here? Which one of these people is from there? You're not going to be able to tell me. Because you can't distinguish because we're the same, okay? You put 15 lions in a row on a camera. You can't tell whether the one came from the American Zoo, from the safari in Africa, from China. You can't tell. So you're going to let some people confuse you and tell you that because you may be living, located, traveling to, move to a different location, we're not the same. Nah, that's why when they come for you, and they don't distinguish which one, they don't care. And they come together. We're going to talk about that a little later on, but again, I'm 55, so the exercising is so that I can live at least 30 more years. Keep my chest together, down to the inside. My lungs, my air, my oxygen, my blood, feeding all parts of my body. I'm trying to do that. And I'm not claiming to be no expert, please understand. But I have to do everything that I possibly can to be here so that if I die, maybe hopefully I can stretch it out 30, 40 years. Then my children, I can see them be okay. So that when I die, I'll be like, I'm good. Because I know my children are going to be okay. So that's the reason why I'm including the workout. Hold on. Okay, so that's the main reason why I'm including the workout. And again, when I get up to that 75 years of age area, I still want to be moving around and healthy and active, mentally and physically, so that I'm not really a burden to my children. So what we're talking about is planning. Remember, I told you 5 solutions. In a few videos looking back, one of the first videos I did, I talked about we got problems. Don't just talk about the problems. For me, I gotta have a minimum of 5 solutions. So there's a problem with, for me, little bitty problems, micro. I had my children later in life. Potential problem. Potential solution, 5. Gotta eat well. Got to continue to exercise. Have to get my financial business in order. Plan for the future. Plan, okay? All right? And then 5, make sure that I share all of this that I'm talking about with my children so they understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and also use it as a tool, an educational tool for them, which is education. Make sure I educate them so they can use it and have a reference for their lives. Now, this kind of activity, that's what we're supposed to be doing from the time we, become young adults. But we can't really focus on that. It's not in our what? Consciousness. They fill our minds up with irrelevant, the majority, irrelevant things. Irrelevant things. So that we don't focus on that. I'm going to tell you a little story about a book. It's written by, a W. It's a fiction book, but it's not really fiction. Books are good. You got to read them. We got to read more and we got to write more. We have to leave the books as a legacy to tell our children what happened, what really happened, because you were here. You saw it if you were in your right mind, your right consciousness. The books are a record because the person in power, they can rewrite all the books. So 20 years from now, when your kids looking for stuff, but they come, an adult, and then they think they want to learn outside of the traditional education, which I got a video coming on that. The traditional education, which tells you read this, read that, do this, do that, and then they tell you, okay, good, well, here's your paper and your diploma, now you're smart, you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to read any other information. You don't even need to question the information we just gave you to read. Do you understand? So then, if you have a consciousness that says, no, I need to kind of get a better understanding of the world I'm living in. So let me read some things outside of the books that they gave me in, primary school, first grade, middle school, secondary, high school, college. Let me read something else. If you don't have that in your consciousness, you simply will not do it. Then, if you decide to do it, and they wrote all the books, it's generally by them and their people who, you know what I'm talking about. People in control. People in control. Then they can rewrite all the books so that when you read outside of their school, you're going right back to the same information they gave you in school, and you think it's right, because they tell you it's normal, and this is the universal, but that's their books, okay? That's how you alter history. So let me knock this out real quick. Hold on a second. I did these 3 sets of 21. I did these. Oh, was that 3? I think it was 3. Anyway, because I had to go out of the way. So let me do the other one. This one is a bear. Now you may notice that one I don't do 21 because I can't. Very heavy. I only do 15 of those. But what I'm generally saying is people who are in control of society, you hear different terms, ruling class, ruling elite, governing bodies, whatever. If they are in control of the information, and they are, then if they have ill intent, if their desire is to maintain power and control, and it is, then they study how to do that. Those are actually forms of power. Power is just not taking a gun and doing, no, that's a particular type of power. Force. But there are varying usages of force. Different types of force. In other words, different types of power. If they understand that, and they do because they are in the business of controlling societies, large groups of people, one of the uses of power is the use of education. In other words, if I train and condition you and educate you in such a way that you believe that you are now educated and you've only been given the information that I gave you, you won't seek anything else. It won't be in your mind, it won't be in your consciousness. Then I provide you uses of another form of power, rewards and punishment. Okay, rewards and punishment. Good. You do all the things I told you to do, I'll give you a good job and some money. So that you can work, generally, work 5-6 days a week, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, whatever. And then I give you a couple of days, but you have enough money to enjoy those couple of days. So you feel like this is good. This is great. But you don't think about the possibilities of how it could be if it was structured differently. Now, one of the forms of that is economic. One of the forms of power, not force, but the use of another form of power, economic, which is here in America, for us who were there, capitalism. Capitalism is a form of power used economically. All right, hold on. Don't forget. Yeah, so we'll talk more about that. And I'm going to do a more specific video dealing with that. All right, hold on. Okay. All right. That one I don't want to forget. That's 2. So there's those right there. Woo. Okay. All right. So we talked a little bit about capitalism as a form of power and as a tool to be used to help control a group of people in such a way that teaches them through education, because education is not just a form of schooling, but it's also life experience. Through your life experience under a capitalist system, that this system is good. This is the best system. It's the only system. This is the best way to go. Now, if you're really paying attention, you understand that in a capitalist system, most of the people are not doing well. It's not designed that way. The capitalist system is designed in such a way that the large majority of people have to be in a condition where they're scraping and trying to survive, with little money, so that they can be used as an eager cooperative labor force. So you keep the money away from them, so that now when they come and you say, I'll pay you very little to do this work, you're willing to take it because you have no other way to get it. Then you fill their minds up. Remember I was telling you, you got so many things going through your mind, you can't focus on anything that you're supposed to focus on. So you fill their minds up with irrelevant information, with irrelevant desires and tastes, things that they want, they strive for, and they don't have the money, so they spend their life trying to get the money to get these things, these tastes and desires that you put there. So for us as African people, our young boys and girls, okay, speaking of the boys for a minute, because we're men, we're the ones supposed to protect our society, protect our people and our family, like I'm trying to do for mine when I'm 50. Not that I know all the answers, because I went through the same system. That's how I know. I was a young boy. The only thing that I had in my mind was trying to get rich, trying to build wealth, right? So remember, as a young boy, you young people, please, somebody turn them on to this, even this section, they're going to tell you basketball, football, baseball, rap, become an entertainer, become an actor. You spend your life trying to do these things. And those things are good to do if we were in control of them, so that they can be used in such a way that it educates our people properly, so that they know what their life's purpose is and their life's mission. But instead, someone else who is in control uses those as a form of power, a tool to manipulate the people. So you put messages, and let's just use one. We won't use rap. It's kind of, you know what it is. But just take movies. Yeah. Movies, okay, all the roles traditionally, I'm talking about back in the day, before you were born, young people. And for those of us who, like my age, we saw the tail end of it. What I'm talking about is the roles they place black people in. Those roles are subservient. We're always just cool, and we feel good because we got a person in there, and they're working with the W. Okay, you work with the W. either double socket, and we're always good friends. But remember the power relationship. We're good friends, but who's in charge? Let me give you an example. Let me get this last one. This is a good example I'm gonna give you for those who might, y'all remember. You remember? Hold on. They can enjoy that. So that's what I'm doing.